Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we will be talking about the latest news which is in trend in the IT industry, that is the offer letters getting revoked. If you visit LinkedIn, you'll find that there are various organizations, various like big organization, big MNCs, wherein the offer letters offered to the employer are getting revoked. Okay, and the primemost reason for it is the coming recession. Okay, so if you want a detailed video on what is recession and how it will be affecting the IT industry, I'll pin down the video over here. Okay, and you can go and watch it. Okay, so today we'll be just talking about what factors we should keep in mind, okay, due to this like change in the IT industry, the recruitment pattern changing in the IT industry, what factors we have to keep in mind. Okay, so a recession touching the IT industry doesn't mean that one should not look for a job switch, but can definitely look for a job switch. Okay, but the boom it had in the early 2021 or in the early 2022 as well. Okay, it's completely different the way it will be coming in the later part of 2022. Okay, so what factors do we need to keep in mind? First of all, okay, if we need to consider between the startup and the MNC. So as you all know that what basically happens is now the governments are trying to restrict the cash flow. Okay, so startups are generally like they are fueled by the investments made into the startups. Okay, now as the money flow will be restricted, start a job in a startup would like possess a higher risk. So considering this situation, if you have a similar offer and similar kind of technology stack, then I would suggest that joining an MNC would be a better choice. The second point, okay, now taking multiple offer letters. So as organizations are thinking about their profits and their future goals, okay, as an employee even we have to be a little self-worthy in that regards. So one should definitely have multiple offer letters in these situations. Okay, now what we have to keep in mind is, suppose we got an offer letter. Okay, after getting an official offer letter, then only we should be giving resignation into a current organization. If there is just that the interviews have been cleared and you have a CTC discussion, don't go by that. There are various situations wherein after all these discussions also offer letters are not getting generated for an employee. So once you got the final offer letter, then only you should put forward your resignation in your current organization. Second thing to be kept in mind is you should go for multiple offer letters, but that doesn't mean that as soon as you get your second offer letter, don't call the first organization and tell them that no, I won't be joining your company. No, you should always keep your backup plans ready. Okay, now suppose you have 3 offer letters, okay, and the organization to which you are very much inclined joining towards it, keep its joining date first. Okay, talk to your hiring manager and plan your joining dates of different organization accordingly, such that the one which you wish to join should be the first one, and then after a week or a 2 weeks gap there should be the joining date of the second organization and then the third one. Now suppose at the date of joining or a day prior the first organization calls you that no, we are revoking our offer letter, you will have your backup plan ready, and for God's sake, like if you have successfully onboarded your desired organization, then too you will have certain time to just decline the offers offered provided by the another organization. So these things you should very well keep in your mind, okay, in the later part of 2022 if you're planning for a job switch. The third thing one should keep in mind is the difference in like joining a service based company or a product based company. So I'm not telling that which is better. Okay, now first thing to keep in mind that if you're joining a service based company and particularly on a very high CTC, okay, so with the hiring manager you should clear that once I join your organization, I'll be directly getting on board for the project for which I have interviewed. Okay, many a times what happens is the company recruits employees forecasting the demand they'll get later. Okay, now suppose you are on bench and you are on a very high CTC, there are very much chances that there will be certain projects wherein the cost won't benefit the organization keeping you as a resource. I mean to say that the cost would be such that they cannot afford the CTC getting offered to you. You'll have to search for certain projects such that your CTC has been compensated by the cost which is provided by the client to that particular organization. Okay, many service based companies also have their bench period, suppose 30 days. Okay, so within that you'll have to anyhow get into any particular project, and if not, then they'll give you a month's salary and they'll ask to leave the organization. So at that particular time you also have the pressure that no, this is not the technology I want to work, or this is not the tool that I need to work, but you'll be pressurized to join that particular project. Okay, so if you're planning to join a service based company with a higher CTC, keep these things in mind. Always try to join the organization such that you don't have to give any client interview, or don't have to go and sit on bench and then search for the project. Try to directly get into a project. Okay, and if there is situation like that, so if you have a same CTC and you'll have to join a service based company and then sit on bench, and then you have the same CTC getting offered by a product based company, it is a wiser choice to join a product based company. Yeah, one more factor that you have to keep in mind, like if you're planning for a job search in the later part of 2022, is that many of like your colleagues or in YouTube videos, you'll find that in the last 10 days or 1 week, okay, you'll get multiple interview calls. Correct. And suppose you got a call in the last week of your notice period and you cleared your interview, you had your CTC discussion done as well. Correct. But what happens is, for rolling out your offer letter, the HR needs to take multiple level of approvals. Okay, and this takes about a week or a 2 weeks time for an official offer letter to be generated, okay, on your behalf. So what happens is, suppose once your notice period gets finished and you have your joining date of your next organization, and you think that no, I cleared my interview, I had my CTC discussion done as well, so I'll skip joining this particular organization and wait for the offer letter to come. Okay, and you skip the joining date of your first offer letter. Okay, and the organization didn't generate your offer letter, like you didn't receive the official offer letter yet. Okay, so it would be a little bit of a confusing situation, and hence I would suggest that don't wait for the last 10 days or 1 week, okay, to get your backup offer letters, or for any organization you wish to join. Once you receive your first offer letter, start giving interviews and grab your other multiple offer letters as soon as possible. Considering the 2022 trend which is happening, wherein the people are giving interviews and having their CTC discussion done, but they are still not getting their offer letters. Okay, so this is about today's video. If you like my video, please give a thumbs up, and I would request you to please subscribe to my channel if you're interested for such informative videos on IT as well as finance. Okay, so thank you so much for watching the video. Until we meet next time.